In this video, we're going to have a look at algebraic fractions. By now, you're all experts at adding regular fractions. For example, 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3. We all know that for adding fractions, we need the same denominator. So what is going to be the common denominator between 2 and 3? You know that it's going to be their lowest common multiple. How do we find that LCM? The easiest way for fractions, well, we just multiply 2 and 3 and we get our common denominator. Okay, the common denominator for 2 and 3 is going to be 2 times 3, which is going to be 6. So we just multiply them together. It's just the easiest way. When you multiply 2 and 3 together, you get 6. So how do you get from 2 to 6? You have to multiply that one by 3. So I'm going to multiply our numerator by 3 as well. Same thing for 3. 3 times 2 is 6, so we're going to multiply our numerator by 2 as well. You get 3 over 6 plus 2 over 6 is 5 over 6. And that's it. Alright, now we're going to use the same approach for adding and subtracting algebraic fractions. It's going to get a bit more complicated, of course. Let's start with the first one. Alright, you have to express x over 6 plus x over 5 as a single fraction. Alright, so we're going to find the lowest common multiple, or just a common multiple of 6 and 5. What is that? 6 times 5, so I'm going to do 30. How do I get from 6 to 30? I have to multiply by 5, so I'm going to multiply my numerator by 5 as well. And x times 5 is going to be 5x. Same thing goes for this fraction. 5 times 6 is 30, so x times 6 has to be 6x, like that. And then I can add them, put them on the same denominator, that's on 30, and I get 5x plus 6x. Can I add these two? Yes, because they are like terms. 5x plus 6x is going to give me 11x over 30. And can I simplify that? No, because 11 is a prime number. Alright, so done. That is my single fraction. Alright, example number 2. You have to express 3 over x plus 4 over x plus 1. So a bit more tricky because you have that addition underneath as well. Alright, what do we do? Again, same approach. We're going to put them on the same denominator. What is the common denominator of x and x plus 1? Again, similar approach. I'm going to multiply them together. X times x plus 1. And there's no reason for me to calculate this. I just know this is going to be my denominator. Okay, so I don't have to calculate this. Alright, the first fraction I multiplied my denominator by x plus 1. So I need to do the same thing to my numerator. I'm going to do 3 times x plus 1. In my second fraction, I multiplied by x. So I'm going to do that the same thing to my numerator. So I'm going to get 4x. Alright, now I'm going to put everything on one big fraction. And my common denominator is still x times x plus 1. And again, I don't need to do anything with that. That will make 3 times x plus 1 plus 4x. Let's see if I can simplify that. I'm just going to calculate, or I'm going to expand those brackets in my numerator. That's 3x plus 3, because I multiply everything by 3, plus 4x. 3x plus 4x, those are like terms, so I can add them. So I get 7x plus 3 over x times x plus 1. And done. That's my simplest fraction. Alright, now let's have a look at a subtraction. These are two quite difficult fractions, so pay attention. Again, same approach. I'm going to make sure that they have the same denominator. So I'm going to multiply both denominators by each other. So I'm going to do 2x plus 1 times x plus 1. And again, 2x plus 1 times x plus 1. Alright, this denominator was multiplied by x plus 1, so I need to multiply my numerator by x plus 1. This denominator was multiplied by 2x plus 1, so I need to multiply by 2x plus 1. Okay, now again, one big denominator, 2x plus 1 times x plus 1. And I am going to put everything on one big fraction. I'm not going to calculate it out yet, just to make a point. 2x plus 1. Now what's the tricky part here is this negative here. because you're going to have to multiply this set of brackets by a negative number, and that's what makes it tricky. All right, let's have a look, but I'm sure you'll be able to do it. 2x plus 1. Again, my denominator, I don't have to calculate that. So I'm going to do 3x times x, which makes 3x squared. 3x times 1 is 3x. And then we have minus x times 2x is minus 2x squared. And minus x times plus 1, which is minus 1. So here is the tricky part. This is negative, but also this one is negative. Okay? So always pay close attention to fractions with a negative sign. And then I can start simplifying. 3x squared minus 2x squared is just x squared, plus 3x minus 1. Oh, and I made a silly mistake. It should be x times plus 1, so it's actually, this is actually minus x. See how easy a mistake is made? So plus 3x minus x is going to be plus 2x. And I still have 2x plus 1 and x plus 1, like that. And that is it. This is the simplest my fraction will get. All right, good luck on the exercises.